All right. All right. Doing a quick sound check there. Thanks to those joining me live and to those who'll be joining me on archive. The chat is open. Feel free to do live scoring. If you're watching archive again, feel free to score. Thumbs up the video. Support the channel. Click on the notifications button. That'll, in case, every time I come on impromptu for these live scorings, for other boxing videos. So you can get the notification and join me live when I come on. All right. If you're watching archive, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you scored the fight. Have some other live scoring fights. Joined by Joe Habib and the Hagler Leonard. I'm sorry. Great fight. Check it out. See how we scored that. I was joined by Calix to do the first Pacquiao versus Marquez fight. Check that one out. Also, I also did Mayweather De La Hoya with Calix as well. I did some other fights. The second fight between Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales. De La Hoya versus Ike Corte. You may want to check those out. So we're doing Frankie Randall versus Julio Cesar Chavez, the first fight. This is known, of course, as the first defeat of Chavez's career. Since we're talking about weird judges, that's the theme this weekend. Well, that's why we're doing this fight right here. So, classic fight. Chavez, was considered one of the top fighters in the world. Arguably 1-2 pound for pound, along with Pernell Whitaker at this time. Frankie Randall was an underdog coming in. They knew he was a challenger for Chavez. They knew he was a good fighter. He hadn't gotten a shot for a long time. They knew it might be tough, but no one really expected Frankie Randall to defeat Julio Cesar Chavez. Nobody really expected that. And nobody expected some other stuff. And we're already watching live, so we'll check that out. There is Chavez being introduced. Let me open up the chat really quick so I can have access to the chat along with you guys. Doing this one, I'm going solo. Doing this one solo. If you haven't watched this fight, well, thanks for joining me. All right. All right, I got the chat open. Chavez was 89-0 with one draw, 77 by way of knockout. His victories. That one draw, many believe. That should have been a loss by Pernell Whitaker. That's the draw right there. This fight was not that far apart from the Pernell Whitaker fight, right? But this was at Chavez's weight. Chavez was, again, he was the favorite coming into this fight. So for what it's worth, there you go. Richard Steele is a referee. What's up to Christopher Tom? Rasclot, what's up? I agree. Bad night for Senior. We're about to watch it. Remember, the theme is bad judging. Just remember I said that. Well, let's see what we got. I haven't watched this fight in years, ladies and gentlemen. In years. Chavez gets that hook block, but he's coming in aggressively. Inside jab by Frankie Randall. Good movement by Frankie Randall. Jab, jab, goes to the body, Frankie. Did it land? I don't know. Bad angle. Chavez pretty aggressive in this round. He wasn't really a fast starter. Randall, holds Chavez on the inside. Chavez, very dangerous inside fighter. All right, some jabs by Frankie Randall. Right hand by Chavez. Doesn't really land. Jab to the body by Chavez. Misses. Again, they're just feeling each other out. Nobody has really done anything dramatic yet. right? Right hand by Frankie Randall, partially landed. He's doubling up the jab, but doubling it on the move is Frankie. Frankie's not staying stationary, got some jabs on Chavez. Borderline shot downstairs by Frankie. Chavez shooting. He's trying to work the body early. Frankie Randall hooks upstairs, hook downstairs. Nothing big landing by either guy yet, but Frankie Randall, good movement. Right hand by Frankie Randall, circling the ring. There is a hand speed advantage from what I could tell so far by Frankie Randall. Look at that. Doubles it on the move. Like he shoots a jab, he could step back with a second jab, he could step to the side with a second jab. Uppercuts by Randall. The second uppercut he threw, hard to see if he'd landed because the camera angle is on his back. So good jab by Frankie Randall as Chavez is coming in. Now, remember, Chavez is always a notorious slow starter. He lost a lot of first rounds. Chavez digs to the body. Frankie Randall upstairs, downstairs. More like towards the back of Chavez, that body shot. But nonetheless, you see what he's doing. Boom, jab, right hand by Frankie Randall. He's just throwing it quick. He's just trying to connect right now. Like he's not putting a lot of force into it, but he's connecting. Jab by Chavez. Frankie Randall again comes back with a double jab. Frankie Randall throwing upstairs, downstairs. He's keeping Chavez on his hook, and Chavez with a body shot there. And Frankie Randall responds with one of his own. This is a Frankie Randall round. In my opinion, this is a Frankie Randall round. All right, Chavez pressured, but Frankie Randall with really good movement, circling the ring, utilizing his jab, throwing shots upstairs, downstairs, sneaking in the right hands. Good round. So we got a 10-9 for Frankie Randall after one round. Chavez definitely has to get busier as he pressures. But again, and I must remind people, Chavez was a very, very slow starter, right? Chavez he'll start getting rolling about halfway through the second round. So round one was always a feel-out round for Chavez. So we're really going to see what happens going forward. Very good round by Frankie Randall. All right. Chavez starts off with throwing the jab that didn't land, but Frankie Randall with those jabs. Watch the jab of Frankie Randall. Look at that. 3 jabs. And on the move. He's throwing a jab on the move. You rarely see that. You rarely see guys do that nowadays. And notice, when he throws a double jab, sometimes it's through his back foot or steps to the side. Right hand by Chavez. Frankie Randall, boom, right hand, throws to the body. Look, I like how he follows up to the body. Right hand by Frankie Randall. Another right hand by Frankie Randall. Hook and a right by Frankie Randall. Frankie Randall throwing combinations. Chavez is coming forward. Chavez with a right of his own. Before that, a little small jab there. Trying to dig to the body. Boom, right hand by Frankie Randall, steps to the side, and look how quickly he gets that range. Right hand by Chavez, short hook there, but Frankie Randall, look at that. Boom, when he gets close, holds him. Bam. Borderline body shot there by Frankie Randall. Good guard by Frankie Randall. He doesn't have the guard way high there. Look how he's got it there to protect the body. Short hook by Frankie Randall. They trade hooks there. Chavez's hook was a little harder, but nonetheless, Frankie Randall comes back with a combination. Chavez with the right hand. That was partially landed, though. Nothing authoritative by Chavez there. As far as when I said right hand. Frankie Randall, look at that. Uppercut by Frankie Randall. Body shot by Chavez. Borderline, though. That was a very borderline shot. All right, that was partially blocked by Chavez. Those hooks by Randall, but look at that. Boom. Frankie Randall getting the best of Chavez on the inside. This is Chavez's game, and Frankie Randall's getting the best of Chavez here. Boom. A lot of them partially landing, but he's outworking him. All right. Look at Chavez throwing some of his own, but he's got to throw more. Frankie Randall, every time Chavez lands, Frankie comes back. Chavez using his body to push him back. But Frankie Randall pushes him off just a little bit, and boom, lets off a combination every single time. Notice when Chavez pushes him back, Frankie uses that momentum to release, and then he comes back with a combination. Chavez with some good hooks right there, but Frankie Randall, again, coming back. That was a good round, great action, but that was a Frankie Randall round. Chavez did some good work there, but overall, he was just outworked. I feel like that was a Frankie Randall round. All right, so now the instruction Frankie Randall, they want him to step in with a jab. I don't know about that. I kind of like the way he's stepping away. I don't know if I like that instruction, but nonetheless. Look at boom, what a right hand. I got a 2018 for Frankie Randall so far. Now, Chavez was not a stranger to losing, the first two rounds. He wasn't a stranger to that. However, I feel like Chavez actually started strong here. It's not like he's giving away these rounds. He's getting outworked. And Frankie beat him in one round by outboxing him on the outside. He beat him in the second round by outworking him on the inside. So we'll see how Chavez can adjust to this. I like how Chavez is starting to throw the jab a little more. Good movement by Frankie. They both land jabs there. Holden when he tries to get it inside. See, he dictates. Frankie Randall decides when this fight gets on the inside, when it's on the outside. He's got short hooks. He's got wide hooks. Short hook by Chavez. Frankie, however, comes back with the right hand. You see, he comes back. And he doesn't just come back with one shot. He throws several shots. Chavez caught him with a short hook. Frankie came back, but did not land clean. But even then, he's coming back. Good short right by Chavez. This fight was in 1994, January 29, 1994. The date's right there. Good jab by Chavez. That was a nice stiff jab. Frankie Randall comes back. Ooh, hook by Randall. I don't know if that uppercut before that landed because of the angle, but nonetheless, he's working. All right, both of them dig into the body. Frankie misses with that hook. Ooh, borderline shot by Chavez downstairs. It was hard to see if Chavez's right hand landed. He's worn. Keep him up. Keep him up. That is a warning given to Chavez to keep him up. Right hand by Chavez throws a borderline shot downstairs. Frankie Randall with a right hand. They're working on the inside. Frankie with a body shot. Richie Steele told Frankie to keep it up a little bit there. Look at that double jab by Frankie Randall. One jab by Frankie. Look, he throws a double jab when he's supposed to. One jab, and then he throws one jab and follows up with a right when he's supposed to. Very good way to being unpredictable by Frankie. I like this. Look, now he's staying on the outside. Frustrating Chavez. Look, he's like, I could look. Oh, Chavez got him with a jab there, missed the right hand. He moves left. He moves right. Doubles up the jab there. So let me tell you something. Every time Chavez lands, or even if he doesn't land, Frankie Randall comes back with something. This is a close round, but let's see. What a good jab by Frankie right there. Close Closer round than the last round. This is the most competitive round of the fight. But, you know, I got to give it to Frankie Randall. I think Frankie Randall won that round, right? The corner of Chavez telling him you're being too lazy. You got to put more work in. It's not like they know he's losing the fight. The corner of Chavez is asking him to throw more punches. What's up, Triple H? 1200? This is a Frankie Randall fan. Good fighter. Very good fighter. It took him a long time, man. Frankie Randall was an avoided fighter for many years, and you could see why right here. In case you're wondering why a lot of champions were giving him a shot, this is why. Chavez with a pretty questionable shot downstairs. But Frankie Randall's being told no holding, but I don't know. I don't think he's being held that much. Come on now. There's not a lot of holding in this fight. Look, boom, boom. Working. He's working on the inside against Chavez. Look, doubles up. You see how quick he throws those hooks on the inside? Body shots by Chavez. Right hand by Chavez. Uppercut by Chavez. Frankie Randall disrupts him though. Like Chavez getting the best of him, but he's disrupting him. Frankie Randall comes back with something. Both guys landing short shots on the inside, but Chavez seems to be getting the best of him. But look at Frankie. He's still working. Questionable shot downstairs by Chavez. Comes back with a very good hook upstairs. Ooh, good short hook by Chavez. Very good round for Chavez so far. Frankie Randall with a right hand, partially landed hook. Chavez comes back with some of his own. It looks like that engine is starting to run of Chavez. He's starting to get more active in this round. But look, he's getting disrupted there. He's not letting Chavez, even though I feel he's winning this round, he's still disrupting the train. Right hand by Chavez. Downstairs by Chavez. Good body work. Right hand lands to the back of the ear of Frankie Randall. Frankie Randall's feeling that pressure. He's coming back, though. He's working, Frankie. You got to give him credit for that. All right, they exchange some shots there, but Chavez is getting the best of him here. Hooks up. That hook by Chavez is finding home. Frankie Randall with a combination. Those hooks of Chavez are landing, and Frankie Randall is taking them well. Ooh, right hand by Chavez after two hooks. One to the body, one upstairs in the right hand. Frankie Randall with a right hand. What a fight. Holy shit. Both guys landing shots on the inside. Partially landed. Nothing big by Chavez right before that clinch. This is Chavez's best round by far of this fight. Best round by far. Uppercut with the left. Right hand lands. Frankie Randall still did some work in this round. Look, good left hook by Randall there, but this was a Chavez round. Very good round by Chavez. It was competitive, but it was a clear Chavez round. Frankie Randall's corner said the round was about even. I don't know about that, but it was competitive for sure. 39-37 on the scorecard. I got Frankie Randall winning thus far. How do you guys got it so far? Let DStyle know. Hyper Type at a 2-zip for Frankie Randall after 2 rounds. What a right hand by Chavez. Blackland Caesar, he did not fight him 37. Oh, they fought 3 times. 3 times. But this is the first fight. This is the first fight. The third one doesn't count. Both guys are way past their prime. Okay, they were like, both guys walked to the ring with canes and shit. The third fight. It was like the movie Grudge Match, the third fight. All right, let's see. All right, Chavez still putting pressure. Got to give him that, but look at that. Frankie Randall dictating when they're going to fight. Like, nah, I'll let you know we're going to fight on the inside. Right now, I'm comfortable on the outside. Right? Chavez having a, it seems like Frankie Randall has a much better understanding of the range here from distance. Hasn't been fought a lot by, good body shot by Chavez. He came in with a very good body shot. Hook upstairs, partially landed. But look, Frankie Randall, every time Chavez lands, he comes back and throws shots of his own. Frankie Randall circling a little more. Look at that, throwing several jabs on the move. I like that. Jabs on the move. Slipping those shots by Chavez. Frankie Randall is. Frankie Randall partially, that right hand, it was hard to see. Jab by Chavez. All right, Chavez here trying to establish that range here. He's having a hard time, but he's trying to find it. Frankie Randall's jab disrupting Chavez. Whenever a guy is not having as much activity as usually is, it has a lot to do with the jab sometimes. And look, what an uppercut by Frankie Randall. All right, a hook by Chavez. Frankie Randall again. Every time he comes back, you know, like when you're fighting, and you know when this guy gets hit, you know he always throws back. When the other guy gets hit, he doesn't always come back. That can play tricks with the mind of the judges. Not that any tricks are needed here. This is a very clear Frankie Randall round so far, in my opinion, but it's still for the taking. Nothing extreme so far. This round is still for the taking, in my opinion. Chavez misses there. Frankie Randall, nothing significant inside. Chavez still putting on that pressure. If you like pressure, you might give this round to Chavez, but we'll see here. Right hand by Chavez. Borderline shot. Ooh, kind of low there by Chavez. Comes up with the double hook upstairs, and boom, look at that. Frankie Randall. Combination upstairs. Ooh, Chavez missed an uppercut, and Frankie Randall got him with a right hand. They exchanged a little bit. Ooh, low shots by Chavez there. Those are some at the a little more than borderline. Steel telling him, keep him up. Ooh, right hand, and Chavez comes back with a kind of low shot there. Close round. Very close round. This was a very close round. I got to say, that was a very, very close round. Both guys did what they wanted to do in that round. You know, but that round, in my opinion, can go either way. But I'm going to have to give this round to Chavez. It's close, but I'm going to give it to Chavez. Got to give Chavez credit here. I mean, he look at the combination by Frankie Randall. You can give round 5 to Frankie Randall. You really can. All right. I don't do 10-10s, so. All right, 48-47. Frankie Randall's up after 5 rounds on my card. Let's see how this 6th round goes. Let me know how you guys got it so far. All right, let's see. Chavez starts with that jab. Frankie Randall holds on the inside. Doesn't let Chavez get off. Let's go at the right time and as a combination. I like that. Look, holds him. Right? See, disrupts him when he wants. Fights him on the inside when he wants. They both exchange on the inside there. Like two bulls, man. Look at these guys go. Exchanging shots. Frankie Randall, you see how he's throwing jabs, how he's going backwards, and then boom, 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 comes in with some combinations right on the inside, too. Very good inside boxing by both guys right here. This is a great fight. Hook by Frankie Randall. Ooh, what a right hand by Chavez. Very good right hand. Hook by Chavez. And Frankie Randall, short shots inside. Blocks the body shot. Good job by Frankie Randall there. Chavez with throwing shots. He's digging to the body. But I'm telling you, they're very borderline. Some of them are kind of low. All right, let's see here. Boom. Short. Those short punches by Frankie Randall. There's something. Chavez throwing to the body. You see. Boom. Frankie Randall comes back. Always throwing back after Chavez has success. Frankie Randall, boom, with a body shot of his own. Close round so far. Body shot by Frankie. Right hand blocked upstairs by Chavez. Uppercut by Frankie Randall through the guard. Right hand by Chavez. Oh, I'm blocking part of the view here. Apologize. Uppercut by Chavez. Hook by Chavez. Short hook by Frankie Randall. Randall with a jab with a right hand. Body shot by Frankie Randall. Boom. 2 hooks. 3 hooks by Frankie. Another hook by Frankie. Uppercut by Frankie. Another uppercut by Frankie. Chavez did it on the right hand between all those. Combination by Frankie. Upstairs by Frankie. Another right hand by Frankie. Uppercut. Chavez. They exchange shots. Right hand by Chavez. They exchange hooks there. Chavez, body shot. Right hand by Chavez. Frankie responds to the right hand. Frankie holds him and then, wow, that's a close round. That's a very close round. I'm going to give it to Chavez. It can go either way, though. You could give that round to anybody. What a round. Nobody really talks about this being a great fight. I haven't seen this fight in years. Nobody really talks about how great of a fight it was. That was a very good round. Maybe it's because, Chavez's first defeat, and it's just not something people talk about. Got a 57. I got it even after 6 rounds. But you could have it 1 or 2 rounds by Frankie Randall. You can. But that's how I honestly have it. Chavez just had I think they both had success. But Chavez, those right hands did something. But those combinations by Frankie, I mean, they both had success. That's another round that could be a 10-10, but I don't do 10-10. All right, so Julio says that Chavez conveniently has some loose tape. All right, like just for anybody watching this, it's one of those things. It's one of those things. But he was having so much success, though, in that 6th round. You would think he would want to get right on him. He had some great body shots on Frankie. Black Lad see that as 4-2 for Chavez. And Haplotype's got it 5-1 for Randall. Body shot by Chavez. Frankie disrupts it, though. Doesn't allow him to keep going. Holds him. Misses that jab, does Chavez. Stalking Chavez. Circling the ring is Frankie Randall. Frankie Randall, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Jab on the move. You see how he does that jab on the move? Not a lot of guys throw that jab on the move anymore. Jab ducks because he was about to get countered, but he held Chavez. The holding is frustrating Chavez. Short jab by Frankie, but nothing significant. Chavez partially landed to the body, but nothing significant. Short uppercut, right hand upstairs, and a hook by Frankie, but Chavez dug into at least one body shot in between that. Another hook by Frankie. Boom, boom. Combination by Frankie. Chavez is digging to the body, but Frankie Randall is landing combinations here. And Frankie lands 3, and then Chavez lands 1 by the looks of it. Right hand by Chavez. Right hand by Frankie. All right, to the back of the ear. Chavez throws downstairs, upstairs. Frankie comes back every time. Low shots by Chavez. Those are low shots, man. And he's doing it consistently. Right hand by Chavez. Frankie holds him. Every time Chavez is pressuring him, when he's getting the best of him, he'll hold him. They exchange. Short jab by Frankie. Hook by Frankie. Frankie throws a combination. Not all the shots are landing, but he's throwing a lot. Jab by Chavez. Frankie Randall returns a jab. Chavez gets him with a jab, and here we go. Frankie's back to circling the ring. Holds him when he threw that right hand. Good jab by Chavez. Stiff. When Chavez lands a jab, it's like a poof. When Frankie lands it, it's like a pa-pa, you know? Ooh, good combination by Frankie. And I'm talking specifically about the jab there, but ooh, Frankie Randall hit very low there. Come on now. He was hit low. That was a low blow. And this was after a lot of borderline shots throughout. I'm just saying. Frank could have taken more time, but he said he's ready to go. Here we go. All right, here we go, guys. Ooh, a jab by Randall and a right hand by Chavez. Randall comes back every time. Chavez landing some shots, but they're trading here. Look at that. Boom. Short hooks by Frankie. Another hook by Frankie. Look, boom, boom, double jab by Frankie. Another jab to end the round by Frankie Randall. This is a Frankie Randall round, in my opinion. Very competitive, exciting. But Frankie Randall's back up in my scorecard. Wow. All right, so DStyleBoxing has got it 67-66 for Frankie Randall after 7. What a fight. Great fight. Yeah. See? Come on, man. And that's not the first one. He landed that shot several times. Yeah, plus look at the trunks. They're right at the belly button of Frankie Randall. So that's it. He saw that one, though. Every time Chavez lands, again, Frankie Randall comes back with something. Frankie Randall finally got his shot, and boy, did he take advantage of it. Was avoided for years, folks, and you're seeing why here. Look, jab on the move by Frankie. Chavez been better closing the distance than he was in the first few rounds, but still, I mean, that movement's giving him problems. Body shot. Oh, that was kind of low by Chavez for my liking. Richard still said nothing. Not that I heard anyway. That was a good body shot by Chavez. Jab and a right hand by Chavez. Dig into the body is Chavez. This is a good start of this round for Chavez. Aside from that borderline shot downstairs, so that's kind of low, but Frankie holds him, disrupts him, comes back. Chavez has to reset after having all that success. Holds him again. He has to reset. Body shot borderline by Chavez. So throwing to the body. Right hand by Chavez. Ooh, that was kind of a man. Those shots to the body by Chavez, though. Frankie Randall turns him. Good job by Frankie. Throws to the body. Missing those jabs is Frankie. He's on his toes. But something's not right with Chavez here. I don't know what's going on. He's trying to lure him in. Like, what's going on here? I don't know. That shot landed by Frankie or still was in the way. All right, Frankie, look. Gets back to the jab. Hook. Hard to see from those angles that they landed. Right hand grazed Chavez. He's still working as Frankie. Borderline shots by Chavez landing there. Hook by Chavez and a right by Frankie. Frankie comes back with two hooks. A right hand by, what a right hand by Frankie Randall right there. Frankie putting a little more authority in his jabs now. The hook by Frankie Randall. Throwing uppercuts inside is Frankie Randall. Chavez is still throwing, for my liking, they're a little too low, those shots. Good body shot by Chavez there. Right hand by Frankie. Another right hand. A hook by Frankie Randall. Uppercut. A common three-punch combination by Frankie Randall. Uppercut. Right hand. Hook by Frankie Randall. Jab. Another right hand. Right hand. Look, Frankie Randall landing combinations on Chavez. Hook by Frankie. Look at those hooks. Another uppercut. Chavez coming back, and Frankie pulls away. Close round. But I'm telling you, Chavez got hit way too many combinations for my liking there. I got to give that round to Frankie Randall. Close round, but I got to give it to Frankie Randall. All right, the corner, Frankie wants him to throw more to the body. I got it 77-75 after 8 rounds of action. Now, I don't know if they took away a point from Chavez earlier. I don't know. Did they take a point? Look at those combinations by Frankie, man. Boom, boom. Bam. Boom, look, boom. Chavez tries to come out strong. Boom, he holds him, disrupts him, you know, and goes back to the jab. Making sure it stays on the outside. Like, we're going to fight on the inside, but when I want to. It's basically the message he's putting out. How do you guys got it so far? Hook by Randall. Chavez just misses that hook. Frankie Randall feints the jab there. Look at that. Boom. Holds the head down. Steps away. Frustrating Chavez. You know, Chavez wants to come in. He wants to fight on the inside. Frankie says, nah, not yet. Chavez missed a hook by a wide margin there. In fairness, he let go of momentum. Boom. Right hand by Frankie Randall. More like a, it was a short shopping shot, but still. Boom, boom, jab, jab. He didn't land it clean, so what does he do? He holds Chavez. Loose tape on Frankie Randall now. You don't see a lot of these in modern boxing. Maybe the tape got better, right? Or maybe they caught on to what these fighters are doing. Jabbing on the move still. It's Frankie Randall. Look at that. He's forcing Chavez to box on the outside. Chavez has a body shot there. Right hand by Randall. Hook by Chavez. Jab. Jab by Chavez. Oh, right hand by Chavez. I'm sorry. Boom. Right hand. Jab cross by Frankie. Jab by Chavez. Chavez throws to the body. Frankie misses upstairs. Right by Chavez. Just kind of glides to that shot. Hook by Chavez. It's a close round, folks. Double jab by Frankie Randall. Pushes Chavez back. It seems to me like Frankie's getting a breather here, and he's forcing this fight on the outside. Body work by Chavez. Right hand by Frankie. It seems to me like Frankie is the ring general in this round. He is dictating what's going to happen. Boom. Both guys landed a few there. Randall with a very good right hand there. Then an uppercut grazed Chavez after that. Look at that movement. Boom. Steps to the other side. Chavez has to constantly reset, not allowing him to. Body shot by Chavez. Chavez misses with the right hand. Close round, but I got Frankie Randall winning that round. Close round, though. What a fight. 87-84, my scorecard. Bam, that right hand. What a right hand. That right hand of Randall, so fast. I mean, it's just so quick. Boom. Well, here we go. Round 10. We're starting the championship round. Chavez needs to win them in my scorecard. And I already know another thing that's going to happen. So great boxing while moving backwards by Frankie Randall. So hard to box moving backwards. Like to throw punches while you're stepping back. Nothing significant with authority there, but Frankie Randall landed a hook. Good movement, upper body movement by Frank. Boom, holds him. Chavez has to reset, utilizing the jab. Body shot by Frankie. Chavez landing low again. Chavez just glides to that jab upstairs. Kind of hopping with that hook too. All right, I don't know that body shot landed by Chavez because of the angle. Uppercut by Frankie Randall. Boom, right hand by Frankie Randall. Short chopping uppercuts by Frankie. Boom. Switch. Look how he switches shoulders and boom, throws the uppercut. Chavez with the right hand. Very good inside boxing in this fight. Randall misses those jabs. Chavez, grazing right hand. Frankie Randall, jabbing forward on the move. Throws to the body, does Chavez. Jab by Frankie. Chavez hooks and look, Chavez is digging there, but look, Frankie comes back. For what he delivered, he gave it back to him. Lands right there, does Frankie. Those shots by Chavez partially blocked. Frankie Randall, movement, circling, jab by Chavez, throws to the body. Frankie Randall, boom, throws to the chest. Good uppercut and well, look at boom. Good jab and body shot by Chavez. Right hand by Chavez. Close round. Close round. I like a lot of this. Even though I liked a lot of what Frankie Randall did, it seems to me like he took that round off. But that aside, I'm going to give this round to Chavez. Frankie Randall's corner is telling him that that round was a tie. I got Frankie Randall up 96-94 on my card. Frankie Randall's corners telling him he's got to win the next 2 rounds, or at least one of them. They did not like what Frankie did in the 10th. I did like what he did as far as, you know, he did a lot of good stuff, but he didn't win the round, in my opinion. And I agree in the chat. He was just more active, and he landed in the more significant shots overall than Chavez. Frankie caught him with a really good shot upstairs. Chavez still hasn't given up digging to the body. Competitive fight. Not exactly the boxing lesson that people say happened, but still, good fight. Very questionable shot downstairs by Chavez. Holy shit. Chavez got away with that all night. Misses. Swing and a miss. When you make a guy miss like that, like, you got to factor that in defense. Doesn't mean everything, but you got to factor it in. Frankie still. Double jab, triple jab, everything, and it's on the move. It's not just a jack low, just throw it to throw it. Like, there's purpose to the double jab. But he doesn't always throw the double jab. It's really only followed through when it makes sense. Chavez, come on now. Very questionable at best, but they've been questionable all night. 1 point taken away from Chavez. Chavez is not happy, and he's saying that it's Randall. Like, how did Randall do it? Come on now. He came to fight, ref. Keep this in mind, guys. That's a minus 1 point for Chavez, and we're not done taking away points. They both exchange inside. Chavez digging still, not discouraged from going to the body. Chavez. Jab through the guard. Landed by Frankie Randall. Randall, look at that movement. Jab by Chavez. Nice stiff jab. Digs to the body. Look, Chavez digging to the body. Goes upstairs. It was hard to see in that angle. Frankie Randall holds him, disrupting that. Look, he knows he's got this. He knows he's got it. Chavez throwing to the body. Frankie comes. Boom, boom, boom. Quickly throws a combination. Sticks and moves. I don't know that Chavez more active here, but Frankie's throwing back. Right hand. Jab and a right. Look, straight right by Frankie right there. Chavez with a right hand. They both exchange hooks. Chavez is putting on and a right hand knocks him down. By the way, I felt Chavez was on his way to win the round, by the way. Folks, this is a 10-7 round. All right, this is a 10-7 round. Knocks him down. That was the first time in his career that Chavez has ever been knocked down. It was shocking. Look at that. Frankie Randall, he's hurt. He has him backing up. Randall throws a combination. Missed with the uppercut. What a round. If for any reason you were like, maybe Chavez is going to win. Nope. Knocks him down. Okay, that's a 10-7 round. Corner Chavez telling him, don't worry, nothing happened. 106-101 on my scorecard. 106-101 on my scorecard. A fight where they took away a point for the low shot, and he got knocked down. That was a hell of a right hand. Bam. Right through the guard, ladies and gentlemen. All right, got this on the way. Apologies. How do you guys got this? Many people felt like Chavez was coming back, and then boom. That knockdown and that point taken away, it made a difference. All right, we'll see right here. Both guys throwing jabs. Both guys circling the ring here. Chavez looks like he's still affected by that knockdown because look at him. He's fighting uncharacteristically. He's got to know he's got to win this fight. He's got to know he's behind. He's got to know there's an excellent chance he's going to lose. Yet he's not putting on pressure. Look at that. Ooh, jab by Randall. Frankie Randall. If Frankie Randall could put the seal on this 12th round, then, you know, no one misses to the body, does Chavez. Good movement outside by Frankie Randall. Chavez still throwing in 12th round. He's trying to dig still. Now Chavez. It looks like he kind of got it together. Frankie Randall, I don't know if he just didn't feel because he just couldn't pressure, but he didn't take advantage of the time that Chavez was clearly still hurt. Maybe, I don't know if cleared is the right word, but he was fighting uncharacteristically after he got knocked down. But nonetheless, the announcer's talking about, could this be another Whitaker? Double jab by Frankie. One jab by Frankie. Chavez digging, but he holds him. And look at that. Boom. Holds him. The ref separates him. Chavez has to reset. Jabbing on right through the guard is Frankie Randall. Is Frankie Randall trying to find... Ooh, hook by Frankie. Look at that. Holds him. Chavez has to reset. Chavez digs downstairs, and Randall comes upstairs with a hook. Chavez, a swing and a miss. Frankie Randall still throwing a nice jab towards the end of this fight. Making it difficult for Chavez to do what he's got to do. Chavez hasn't really done anything for me in this fight. Throws there, most of those missed. Ooh, good right hand, but still, look, holds him. He's going to have to reset. Randall didn't do a lot either in this round. Chavez throwing, missing, but he's the only one that's throwing towards the end here. Frankie Randall throws some there, and that's a close round. You could give that round to whoever. No guy did something authoritative in that round. But since Chavez put a little more pressure, and he was clearly, even though he gave away the first minute, really, I'm going to go ahead and give this to Chavez, okay? I'm going to give round 12 to Chavez, even though I don't think any guy really did anything amazing in that round, right? No, but I got a 115, 111 for Frankie Randall. That's how DStyleBoxing has the fight, right? I know that it was a split, but I don't remember the scores. So let's see how it goes down here. Now I got to factor in. I don't remember if Richard Steele took away a point the first time. I don't remember, but the second time he did for sure when he warned him. I believe he took away a point. I don't know. The first one was just a warning, but if somebody knows, let me know. But still. Yeah, I do believe that they only took away point once. I will say, though, although it's clear that Frankie Randall won from my vantage point, there was around one or two more rounds I could have given Chavez. I would still have had Frankie Randall winning. But there's also 2-3 rounds I could have given Frankie Randall too. So it's a lot of rounds are close. But overall, though, when you look at the entirety of the fight, it's clear to me that Randall won. And when you factor in the point taken away, when you factor in a knockdown, I mean, just that's big already. To me, that's huge. That's a lot to make up for. Let me know how you guys scored it. If you're watching archive, again, post it in the comment section. How did you score this fight? They're about to announce the decision, folks. All right, let's see what they got here. Look at DStyle scorecard. Split decision. One 111 for Randall. Japa. 111 for Chavez. I don't get the other two judges' names, but the other two judges went 114, 113 apiece. So one judge gave it 114, 113 for Chavez. That's amazing. That's amazing to me. That's amazing. Chavez's first professional loss, official. I like that nickname. Frankie the Surgeon Randall. Let's see what they say in the post fight, but wow. Unbelievable. Big underdog was Frankie Randall. Frankie Randall says he worked hard, yada, yada, yada. Wow. Randall says, hey, I'm a dangerous puncher. I'm a boxer puncher. Boom. All right, Black Caesar, but that's some historical shit. Great accomplishment, even though Caesar events a rematch. Well, we got to watch that one. Second fight's very controversial. That's the son. I don't know if that's his son or just a kid he's helping out, but I missed it. Frankie Randall say, great line. I've been through hell and back, but hell ain't too hot. I got this. Frankie Randall said, let's do the rematch. Let's see what. Are they going to interview Chavez or no? We're looking at the scorecards right now. See how it's possible for a judge to have it for Randall. Let's see. Chavez claims you can't win the fight with just one knockdown. Well, that's not how he won the fight, Chavez. And Chavez also said Richard still had it in for him. They asked him, why did you start so slow? Chavez said, I was doing my thing. Claims his shots were stronger than Randall's. Chavez can't believe he lost the fight. Chavez is angry with the WBC. They're showing the low blow to Chavez. He's saying that it wasn't low. Well, to think Chavez, I mean, he was warned several times throughout the fight. Chavez demanding a rematch. You can ask Dunking. Right. And Dunking said no problem with the rematch. And folks, he was true to his word. Like him or hate him. He made it happen. I want to see this show the scorecards on the screen by the three judges. So I didn't get the name of that one judge. He's extremely upset with Richard Steele. It's Chavez. All right. Well, they didn't go back and show any of that, so it really is what it is. Here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm not going to do it now, but I'm going to do the second fight at a later date with Chavez and Frankie Randall. But let's go back to my scorecard here. Obviously, Chavez felt that he won the fight, that he did more work, just a lot of, stuff like that. But, I mean, you don't judge your own fight, you know what I mean? And somebody asked, was that the first time? Yes, that was the first time that he was ever knocked down in a fight. Yes. Let's see. I don't know how anybody could give the first 3 rounds to Chavez. I just don't. Okay, like it's. I have a hard time giving him the first 3 rounds. And round 11, you got to give that to Randall. Point deduction, knockdown, and it was a competitive round. You got to give it to Randall. So we already have right off the bat 4 rounds that you just can't give at all to Chavez. Right off the bat, like right out of the gate. There's 4 rounds, and one of those rounds is a 10-7 round. One of those rounds is a 10-7 round, folks. Okay? Now, let me do this quick. All right. All right. Let's play around with a card with this a little bit, okay? Let's say that you give, I gave him those rounds anyway, but let's say you give round 7, round 8, round 9. I mean, you're being extremely generous here to Chavez if you do that, by the way. But if I were to do that, okay, Chavez is at 114, right? And that's basically, in my opinion, what probably happened here, okay? So if this round, if This round, you know, am I missing something here? Why am I so low? Oh, my bad. All right. If this one was a 9, the judge had one of them even, but you would have to give every round except the round that Randall clearly won. You know? I mean, but how can anyone give Chavez, like, with a straight face, 8 rounds in this fight? Like, how could anyone possibly, with a straight face, give Chavez 8 of the rounds? How could he possibly do that? Like, I just, come on, you know, like, come on. All right, round 12 was throwaway. You know, I give it to Chavez, okay, but at the end of the day, you got to be extremely generous. Obviously, that judge must have scored one of those rounds even, but you got to be extremely generous to Chavez to give him the fight that wide. Okay, now maybe he didn't win wide, but holy shit, you got to be extremely generous. You know, but either way, I haven't even looked at the judge's scorecard, so I don't know how he scored it from rounds 1 and on. Okay? I just don't. I'm gonna do another video after this. We're gonna be talking about Bird and her scorecard and something interested in that scorecard. But anyway, there's always that one judge, isn't there? Right? Now, is it out of the realm of possibility? If the judge has it this way, and let's say, you know, one of the middle rounds, which are, you know, let's say a close round, that's how the judge had it, right? Could you do that if you were trying? Yeah. You would have to try, though, you know, and that's you trying to give Chavez rounds. That's how you come up with that scorecard. And to me, it's pretty clear that's what that judge did, right? And, well, you know my scorecard, I had it wide, right? So for what it's worth, I had it wide, okay? I had it very wide, 115, 111 on my scorecard. So Frankie Randall winning. He did win by split decision. And that's all I got to say about that, guys. This is DStyleBoxing, and I'm out.